Hello, welcome to another video. We've got the mailbox in shot there. In this one, I'm just arriving at Fern and Scout's house, going to take them for another walk, continuing on from the previous walk. More of assessment stuff to begin with. I have got my mic with me, which you'll probably hear me say in a sec. And so most of this is going to be on the original audio. But yeah, carrying on from last time, more assessment, a little bit of work on pulling. Otherwise, I'll commentate on what's occurring as I go. Otherwise, whatever's necessary as a voiceover now. As previously, I am talking to the dogs. They are barking at the door a little bit here. Not a lot. I think they know it's me already. So, without further ado, I'll stop talking and we will go to original audio. That's both of you. In we go. Hello. Let's shut the door. Hi. Hello. Oof. Let's not pull the microphone out. That wouldn't be ideal. Okay, so this level of excitement is what it is. So the way we're going to get around that is I'm not going to pay them any attention until they're calm. Once we've got calm, then we can pay some attention. So Fern's getting there slowly, and Scout's just jumping on. So we're just going to stand here, do nothing, say nothing, not interact until we have what we need. So Fern's being calm. She is sad. Okay, we'll get your harnesses on the right way up this time, I promise. The poo bags go on the top. Okay. So who have we got here? We've got yours, Scout. This one's Fern. Okay. Oh yeah, that's much nicer, isn't it? Oh dear. Okay. As you worked so well with the front clip yesterday, we'll do the same. Excuse me, Scout. Okay, same deal for you. Okay, so again, I'm just going to show Scout his harness. I'm not going to force him into it. I want him to come to me and be ready for it to be put onto him. I'm not going to command him into anything. I want him to be ready. I don't mind going to the front door to make the point a little bit clearer. We'll go in, but you need this on. Okay, he's thinking about it. He sounds like Chewbacca. Okay, you ready? Interesting to smell now. Sorry, he's out of shot. He's just behind his harness. Okay, oh, he nearly put his head in. And he backed off. Okay, Scout, there you go. Let's get you done up. Lovely, got my arm licked while I'm doing it. Wonderful, and my face. Thanks, boy. I want you up there, I want to see how you do. Okay. So, same deal as before. I open the door, and this is still really in test mode. So we're going to let them see the outside world. I'm just going to open the door and we'll see what occurs. I don't really want them bolting. This is all about what they're feeling, not what I want. Okay, so a little bit of pull to go. We do have to lock the door, dogs. So that's both of them. Okay, right. So they do some commands. I have a list of those. Okay, so Scout's really wanted to go. So when he's going to pull this hard, we're not going to do that. We're just going to stop and wait a sec. We're going to stand still and just bring some calm to the situation. It's just excitement. I'm just having a look around me, that's why I'm moving, seeing if there's anybody about, what's going on. Once I see some measure of calm return, we'll move forwards again. So, Fern's relaxed. Scout's not quite. He's still got legs in a tense position, but he's looking at me, so that'll do. Okay. Same again. It was a bit too much, so I'm just going to wait here. And they've both disengaged. One's walked behind me. Now they're having a sniff. Good. Still having a sniff. The sniffing is fine. No problem with that. What we don't want is just full bore forward speed. That's not what we're about. Oh, what Scout's looking at? Looking at something. What did you see? I want to know what that was. No idea. And he's interested in what Fern's smelling. Good. So again, that's all. Every time he's going to lean into that pull, we're just going to stop and slow down. If we don't go anywhere, we don't go anywhere. It's fine. We don't need to rush. We don't have anywhere to be. We have time. Yeah, it's boring. It's frustrating. Even Fern's getting bored of him already. And if we do this the whole walk, we do this the whole walk. Yeah, very interesting. There's a lot more intensity to the pull today than there was yesterday. A lot more. You can smell that bush. Smelling and peeing is fine. Was this here yesterday? Bunch of timber on the floor. Oh, whatever. Sorry, I'm just looking at a lamppost. I forgot the camera's not pointing down so much today. Let's adjust that again, so you can. Right, I want to see just how pulley we got one over there. That's fine. I'm just ignoring him and letting Fern smell things. That's good. See, it's away from the pull and into smelling things. This is what we want. I want him to disengage from fast forward to, oh, there's things around me that are interesting. I should smell. That's what I want. I want to bring that focus on everything that's in front of him to things that are just around him. Nice. It's very warm today as well. Good. See, he's just off. Off. Full speed forwards. And we're not going to do that. So there's a few yawns coming from Scout as well. Indication of some nervousness there, but not a surprise given the attempts at moving forward so fast. Often an indication of a nervous dog. So just want him to calm down a little bit more. He's got his power pose on, there's some tension in those back legs, whereas Fern, relaxed. See, look, Fern's not trying to move. Scout, as soon as I do anything, He's off. He's in his own little world. Doesn't care what Fern's doing, doesn't care what I'm doing. Doesn't really care that we're here. There's another yawn. There's a smell in his nose. Fern's bumped into him, so I will acquiesce a bit. But we're not going to go very far because he's really leaning into that. So we'll just wait again. We'll take him a different way to yesterday. It might end up going partially the same way, a bit similar. So again, I just want him to relax. No pressure on Fern because she's not really doing anything. Okay, now the leash has gone loose and he's waiting. Good, good. And now he's off. He realises, it took a second to realise the leash had come loose. It doesn't matter. This is part of life. Have a look around you, have a sniff around you. Don't need to go forward at every opportunity you get. Nice. See how Fern's brought herself into smelling things? She's intrigued in the world around her. That's what we want. Hello. Okay, so Scout wants to get out, a bit scared. We're just going to arrest it here. So that was all just about seeing what occurred. So a German Shepherd come out of its front door of its home, barked at us, and Scout wanted nothing to do with it, which is fine. He's a bit scared, you can hear the whining. So yeah, he wanted to get out, fight or flight. He chose flight. Imagine that, the little cow dog wanted to have a bark back. Shocked, I tell you, shocked. Not at all. So in that situation, right thing to do, you're right outside German Shepherd's front door, its property, its house, two strange dogs, I think are two strange dogs. Scout's on a mission. You don't know, just go get out of there. One dog's scared, one dog wanted to have a bark back. Probably not the wisest decision, Fern, but it's only 3 times your size. Scout didn't want anything to do with it. So yeah, we go. Oh, now he's distracted, good. But back to the same old, same old. We're just moving, we're not going anywhere fast, and we're just going to take it as it comes. I don't think the GSD is following us. Good, he's having a sniff into this garden, perfect. Perfect, that's what I want. The world around you is interesting, Scout. The world ahead of you, you will get to. Nobody cares. So probably also worth explaining how friendly or not that German Shepherd was. I don't think that was a particularly friendly bark. That was the German Shepherd saying, get off my property. We weren't technically on it, but as far as the dog's concerned, we basically are. So yeah, that's not the situation in which a meeting is a good idea. The right thing to do in that situation is to just move on. Yeah. Taxi boxes. I presume that's for when you're moving out or something. Right. I'm just going to slow it down again because Scout's still trying to go at 1,000,000 miles an hour. I'm just going to wait for him. Look at that, beautiful. Yes. A disengagement and a walk around me, we like that. We like that. That's what we want. Means he's thinking about, why aren't we moving forward? I don't understand. Why aren't we walking? What happens if I do this? Great. That's what we want. Ask questions. What happens? What unlocks us going forwards? Now he's looking at me and a yawn. Definitely some anxiety there in Scout. And another move at 400 miles an hour. Okay, so we will go. Where does left go? Heads up towards the town centre, doesn't it? I'm not averse to that. Okay, so Scout's not pulling so much now. There's a little pull there, but it's not awful. Okay, there's a person across the street, looks like they're holding a leash. They are, sausage dog. Sausage dogs are usually full of themselves. I think they're Rottweilers. Same deal as before, as yesterday when we see dogs. I'm still learning their responses to dogs, so I want to watch what they do when they have the freedom to do it. I want to see what their natural reactions are. I don't want to influence this at all. So yeah, I'm just going to stop and watch. They're crossing the road. We will also cross the road. But we will wait for the traffic to go first. But you can hear Scout whining. So they are both just looking at the sausage dog. I'm not worried about that. Okay, we'll cross the road, please. They're both very interested. Hello. So Fern showing more interest than she did yesterday. Interesting. Yeah, we'll go in the park. That's different. Fern kind of just held her ground yesterday and didn't do much in the way of moving towards other dogs, so that was different. Scout, exactly the same. Right, she's putting a little bit here. This is more like it was yesterday. This has calmed down. The leash can go loose for a second or two, and then he'll pull, and then he'll go loose again like that, and then he'll pull. Okay, so we'll just slow him down again because he's still a bit forward for my liking. Do I see if I can push the attention onto this tree? Oh, it's real windy. Ugh. Okay, we're heading this way. So, right, we're not doing it at that speed, dogs. Nothing wrong going over there. We're just not doing it by dragging me. Okay. Nice. So having a sniff at whatever it was that was interesting them. Good, Scout looked at me. Yeah, that's what we want. Don't know what he's thinking. Might be thinking, what's this idiot doing on the other end of the leash? Okay, so we've got a bit more pulling coming on then, so we'll lock him up again. And we'll just wait for a couple of seconds. Okay, he's distracted, he's onto something else, we can move forward. Oh, we're peeing. Don't tie yourselves up, don't tie me up. Thank you. Well, for this, 2 loose leashes, we're not doing anything. We are just standing here. Interesting. I'd rather you didn't go behind me, Scout. Okay, nice. They waited for me to move. Busy road. It's just going to be noisy into the microphone, but I do want to go somewhere different to yesterday. Can we get around the school and back up on the same road? I have absolutely no idea. Suppose you can. Well, we'll try that. Well, that means walking along the main road. Nah, we'll just go different set of back roads. A little pulling from Scout. It's not atrocious. It's nothing like it was at the start of the walk. Oh yes, harnesses are on the correct way around this time, so the noise. Sorry, the car going past. I'm very curious to see if Fern's rubbing herself on the grass yesterday was because the harness wasn't fitted correctly and it was annoying her by the end of the walk. She was just trying to rub it off, or whether there was something else. I have a suspicion it was because the harness was on wrong, that she kept rolling over on things because it was probably irritating her. You want to go over here, do you? Okay. See, they're asking nicely here. They both just came this direction. They're not pulling me along, but they both made a joint decision, if you will, that they would like to come this direction. They're both very interested in something coming from that house. We're not going that way. I don't really want to walk along the main road. It's not interesting, and it's noisy. So we'll head back to the back streets, same route we did yesterday, and then we'll take a different direction. Bearing in mind there was glass around here somewhere. Okay, Scout's accelerating a bit, but there's not too much of a pull. There's a little one. I'm going to pin them up a bit. That's a bit much. Just a bit much. Okay, so he's yawned again. He's letting his stress out. He's thinking about moving forwards. He's looking at Fern. Okay, that'll do. We can move. I tripped over a tree branch. So yeah, point also to note, I know I'm talking a lot. I'm not talking to the dogs. They know I'm talking. They can hear me. They know I'm not talking to them. They'll essentially tuning me out. Right, that's a bit much for my liking. So we'll stop again. Both of them looking at me. Nice. Yeah, so they know I'm talking to them, and part of what we do communicating with our dogs is obviously voice, but it's way overrated. I don't want to go over here and smell the tree. Fine. The less you can talk to your dog, the better. The less commands that are involved, the better. Ideally none. This way. We're not going down that way, dogs. So here's a good case in point. Fern has made a decision. She wants to go that way. She wants to go down the main road. The answer is no, we're not going that way. And so we wait her out. We're not going to command her to come a different way, not going to say anything to her, not going to do anything. Just going to wait for her to realise we're not going that way, and we'll go a different way. When she acquiesces, and that could be minutes, we'll move along. But the point is, we're doing it as a single entity, a single unit. Scout's joined in. He's now facing the same way as her. They've both reached a decision. They want to go that way. I don't want to walk along the main road. So we'll wait. The wind is directly in their noses too, from the direction they're facing, so it's no great surprise. That's the way they want to go. So, cattle dog, very stubborn, not at all surprised. Scout, surprised he's standing still for them. Here she goes. She's looking at me. Oh, she's turned around and she's just reiterated the point. She turned back around. Yeah, she's had a good look at me. Now, why am I going where I want to go? No, we're not going that way. And here she comes. Oh no. Oh, don't go behind me, Scout. That's not helpful. Okay, they're moving parallel to where they want to go. Scout's giving it in. Fern's still looking, but she's walking parallel. I'm not pulling her, she's walking. Scout's off. Okay, so we're going to have two different dogs go in two different directions. And we're off. Nice. So there we go. No commands involved. That's pure leadership. Don't have to talk to the dogs. I'm waiting for them to acknowledge and say, actually, we're not going that way where you wanted, we're going where I wanted. I am leading this outfit. You can go back and sniff the tree, that's fine. So yeah, this might look like I'm giving in and go back the other way. No, we're going to sniff a tree, it's fine. They can do that as much as they want. Dude, you're going to get weed on. That's all right. Interesting, he marks over her pee. So anyway, as I was saying, yeah, not a fan of commands. I'll explain why. The idea is that we're a unit. The idea is that the dogs want to do the things that the human is doing. That's the purpose of the dog. It's the human's companion. The human is a senior partnership in the relationship. Yes, that means you can and should occasionally command your dog and expect some level of obedience. But overall and holistically, you want to treat them more like they're sentient beings that have choice in matter, and they do have a choice in the matter. I've already given them some choice. I let them choose which direction we're going. That's part of the process of forming a relationship with these two, so they understand I'm not just a tyrant that's going to force every 10 seconds of what they're doing all the time. But when they make a decision that does not go with what we're doing, I want them to realize that they still have some choice. They can tell me what they want, they can tell me what they think. I'm just going to wait for them to choose to join me. They feel a lot more valued, engaged, and part of what's going on when they feel like they can actually tell you what they want, even if the answer is no. It doesn't matter. They've shown me and they've seen that I've noticed what they want, but I have overridden that. No, it's a bit boss-like of me, but I did it in a way that still gave them agency to communicate with me via their body language that, hey, we want to go over here. So I've given them that opportunity, but instead of commanding it out of them, I've waited for them to acquiesce and come with me. And that's where Scout's particular current disposition is an advantage. He's not going to tolerate standing still for 3 or 4 minutes doing nothing. He wants to get moving. Whereas Fern, on the other hand, being a little bit more stubborn, she probably could. We've got another poop. Excellent. Oh, I'm glad we're here. There's a bin right there. Alright, so this is the other thing. So a lot of people right in this situation, once their dog goes to the toilet, will give commands for sit, stay, down, wait, whatever it might be. Nope. Same deal again. We're not going anywhere, dogs, until I've collected this poo. And we're not doing anything until you can show me that you're calm enough to wait for me. Because remember, we're all on this walk together. This is not just you guys doing whatever the hell you want. Conversely, it's not me doing whatever the hell I want to you. There's some give and take. Right, let's go to the bin. And then we will head off in a different direction. Fern's gone around the back of me. So, same bin as yesterday. And they did. They both waited really nicely for me then. No tension on either leash. Now, there's probably some conditioning in there from the owner. Fern's smelling something, so we stopped. That's okay. Yeah, most dogs get it. They realise that you have to stop and pick up their poo because you do it all the time. There's a person in the car park. You can go smell the pole, that's fine. Yep. Yeah, we're not going to there. There's a guy doing maintenance on the oval. I need to go to the bin. Fern's just smelling something. Scout's got behind me again. I don't think I got him on film then. I stepped over his leash. He was a bit wary of where my feet were going. Which is fine, good. He paid attention to me. And they're just having a smell down here. Go for your life. As long as you want. So certainly in Scout's case, the more stopping and smelling of his environment he does, the better. He's got the let's go forward at full speed thing down. He's pretty good at that. But part of what he needs to do is disengage that rapidness of thought to get going forwards and start exploring the things around him with his nose. So this is part of slowing that pulling down, just getting him to realise that there are things around him that are worth him stopping to smell. It's very much enjoyable for him, but he does need a little bit of help to get himself there. I'm just going to put this in the bin, dogs. Okay. Oh, we're going different directions. Scout's going somewhere else. Oh, you're using the pedestrian crossing. How clever. Well, I wonder if this is something you've been trained into or not. Whether this is just learned or this is just smelly. I'm curious. I don't know the answer. Alright, where are we going? You want to go down the side? Okay. So Scout's not pulling because the leash is loose at the moment. Great, that's what we want. They both made a decision to go to the same place down here. Bit of a weird one, not sure why. I don't mind so much. I'm not going to let them go through the brush though. We'll stay up here. There's definitely something smelly down there. Fern's all over it. What's the bet they go the opposite way around the pole? No, didn't. Amazing. Okay, same deal for you, Fern. We're not going down there. And they're both leaning into that quite hard, so I'm going to lean back. We're not going down in there, thank you. So I'll just hold this so I know you're not seeing much. They're there. They made another decision, they want to go down there, and the answer is no. They could sniff that bush, that's fine. That's the limit. Okay. And again, Scout marking over the top. Interesting. I love it when they go opposite way around things. Oh no, we're all going the narrow side, and I walked into it with my camera. Sorry, no, my camera's all wonky. Right, I think that's better. This is where you went to the toilet yesterday. You're gonna go again? The Scout's found someone over there to smell, and Fern is not budging from where she is. Again, a lot of people are going to get upset at that when they're pulling you in two different directions and start using commands. No, I'm not. I want them to realise where the limits of what they're allowed to do is by just calm demonstration. I want them to choose to be where I am and to know where those limits are and to be able to work around that without causing problems. Yeah, sometimes that just means holding on while they do silly things around you. That's the way it goes. Okay, so we will take a left like we did yesterday, but we'll go either an extra block further down the road or an extra block away from the home before we turn around. So Scout's putting a little pull on again, but it's not bad. Let's see if we get a joint decision out of the dogs. Kinda Scout leading. He's checking on Fern and checking on me, see if that's an agreed decision. See, we're already seeing it. Already seeing the benefit of not using the commands. Scout wanted to go a certain way. His first point of reference is to see if Fern was doing the same thing. She wasn't, she was distracted. Second point of reference was to look at me, see if I'm doing what he wanted, and he saw that I was facing the same direction. Looked back at Fern, who was then coming along with us. So that was a choice. The dogs made the choice to go this way. Scout first. He saw that it was in agreement with what I'm doing, and then Fern saw the two of us and she came along as well. No commands, no hassle, no stress. So all three of us communicating with body language and all three of us agreeing on which direction we're going to go. And it's okay that Fern had a look some other things first, stop to sniff, that's great. Make the best use of that I can on Scout, because Fern likes to stop and smell things. That is what Scout needs a lot of encouragement to do. Now there's other facets that are going to help that. We're not going to talk about that while we're walking. We'll discuss those other things later. They're nothing weird, it's just exercise, breed specific type exercise, those kinds of things, what the routine with that is and how that works, because that's definitely a part of it. The Scout's got energy to burn, and he's got energy to burn by the bucket load. I can see it. Okay, so we're going back this way. I can see why, there's a poo for them to smell. Okay, yeah, they're both going to want to smell that. When they're satisfied with that, we'll move on. So Scout's bored of it already. He's looking up and around himself. Fern's still checking it out. Okay, she's done. Oh no, she's back to it. Maybe it's a dog they know. She's given that a very, very careful smell. Oh, I wonder what they're thinking. Okay. We're going to go back to the tree, I suspect, aren't we? No, just over here. What Fern's going to mark. Oh no, she's going to go poo as well. Okay. Joy. Now they want to go to the tree, but same deal as before. We don't go till I've collected the poo, and if you hit the end of the leash, I'm just going to hold you there. Scout's looking at something. I don't know what. I don't know what he's looking at. Right, that's a school, and if I recall, you can't get around the back of it. You have to go an awful long way. Okay, so Fern and Scout facing different directions. Scout's with us, good. Now the nose is into the wind again. I'll wait for him. Okay, they're with me. Good. We're both on my left side. That works for me. Now we're in the middle. Okay, so the leash is not tight. Good. Okay, so I'm going to stop to sniff. Okay, Scout just checked in with me. Interesting, that's one of the first times I've seen him do that without checking on Fern first. He's trying to get in the car park, we're not doing that. So again, just keep on doing what I'm doing, walking. He's not pulling, he's checking where we are and then choosing to rejoin us. Okay, so we will go round the roundabout the other way. Okay, so Scout's off on a little mission there, so we're just going to pull up again. I don't know what he's looking at. He's going to walk around me. Okay, a little bit of whining. So there must be a dog in a garden here somewhere, because he did this exact same thing yesterday here. So there's something here, and he's whining, which is very intense for him. So part of that, we're going to sit in it. We're just going to sit in that intensity for a bit. Yeah. He's going to walk around me again. No, he's cut back in. He's off. So he doesn't want to stand here. He wants to go into forwards motion. So I'm just going to wait. Fern's looking at me. She's telling me she's bored. Okay. Again, the pull. So we're just going to arrest it. Stand here and wait. Here he is. So his leash isn't particularly tight. Fern's actually pulling a little bit here. Her tail's gone tucked. Something smelly here that they're not comfortable with. Interesting. Sounds cruel, but cruel to be kind. There's nothing to worry about here. Nothing bad's going to happen. We are stood on a footpath. There's no dogs barking. There's no cars trying to run us over. There's no dogs coming. There's a couple of people across the road. That's it. So we're just going to stand here until some calm returns to the situation. Clearly something either has happened here or smells weird here and they don't like it. The answer is I don't care, so lean on me for that support if you don't care either. I'm calm, you can be calm, and we can move forward when calm returns. Okay, we got it. Ouch, sorry, I just kicked something. Curb. Okay, there's something quite interesting to smell here. Scout's moving forward fast. Little pulling, not horrendous, just a little. It's eased off since we were around the corner. Right, so we want to go across the road here and then we'll go an extra block. So we're doing a different route to yesterday. We got a bit of an insistent pull there from Scout, and Fern joined in and she hit the end of the leash, so we'll just wait a sec. Just wait for him to calm. And see that? And then just decided they're off in their own little world. That's not what we're doing. You wait for me. Kids on bikes. Interesting to see the reaction to that. So I'm going to loosen the leash on purpose because kids on bikes, and I want to see a natural reaction to that without me impacting it with tension on the leash. So they're both held position, they're not gone anywhere. So you'd say they're relatively relaxed. Kids on bikes, not a problem. Good. We'll walk on. So yeah, to them then, the signal to walk on was my footsteps. I didn't say anything. They weren't looking at me. They heard my footsteps, so they started walking. Scout is also going off on his own mission again, whereas Fern stopped to smell. Good, he's come back, good. That's what he needs. Just get him to stop and smell as much as he can. And Mark. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, I thought you were going to walk behind me then. This time Fern's off. Right, you can go. What's that? It's thick cardboard tubes. Are they firework tubes? Sorry, stuff on the floor. I think they're firework tubes. So the dogs want to cross there. We're not doing that. We'll go this way. It wasn't a desperate wish. Oh, it's been excellent. Put it away. So again, I'm not commanding them. I just stop. They have to recognise that the leash going tight actually means something. I've stopped walking. Maybe you should think about doing the same. Ultimately, the goal would be to get them on long lines, and that becomes less and less of an issue, but it won't be when they're together. When you do it off leash, your dog realises you've stopped walking, so they stop walking. That's the ultimate goal. Which is what I was doing this morning on my dog. I had a beach walk at Werribee with my dog. Scout's pulling again, so we'll stop. Exactly that. I had to stop to do a few things like put his poo in the bin, collect his poo, and he'd walked on 10-15 metres ahead of me, and when he realised I'd stopped, he stopped and he waited for me. I had a really good recall moment this morning as well on my walk with Rollos. There was a staffy, an old staffy, you could see it was an old dog, walking on the beach off leash ahead of us, 100 metres ahead of us. Rollo went trotting off to go say hello, because it's an off-leash dog beach, and that's what you do on off-leash dog beaches. The owners didn't clock Rollo coming till he'd got to their dog, and they'd started saying hello. It looked friendly enough to me, and they're ahead of me a fairly significant distance at this point. And then the owners put their dog on a leash, which is kind of disappointing, because it's now around a dog 3 times its size, off leash, but it's been restricted onto a leash. It's not really fair, especially if the staffy was feeling a bit intimidated by the size of my dog looking at him and sniffing him. That is mean, so I did feel bad, but the answer to that was I just called Rollo's name. I didn't give him any commands, just called his name. And I was walking off in a different direction at that point, towards the sea, not towards the road. And he looked at me, sniffed the dog a couple more times, saw I was actually going off in a different direction, and left the dog behind and came and found me. That really is a recall, but it's not a recall by command. All I did is call his name. Calling his name means stop what you're doing and look at me. That's all it is. And he realised, oh, my owner is actually quite a long way away and walking away from me. I'm not really comfortable with that. I'll go and find out what he's doing and what he's up to. And so he trotted along to find me. Oh, I just got a job there. Where were you going, Fern? Sorry. Scout changed direction to go back to where Fern just weed, and Fern was trotting off the other direction. I was too busy waffling to notice. I wasn't expecting that. I thought she was stood still. So yeah, Rollo came up. He didn't come up to me. It's not like he got to me and went into a heel walk. He came trotting to within about 10 metres of me and then carried on doing whatever he was doing, sniffing around. There was another dog further ahead on the beach as well, so he noticed that and then went trotting off to see that. But that's recall to me. It's not a commanded, you have to come here and present yourself staring at me for some form of validation that you're alive. It's like, hey, those owners don't want you around their dog anymore. We're going a different direction. Pay attention to me and come see what I'm doing. And he did. That's exactly what he did. But what I was leaning on is he actually wants to be where I am. That's the most important thing to him. If your dog doesn't come back to where you are, you're not the most important thing in your dog's life. Sad to say. And a lot of people are in that situation. Their dogs won't come back when they call their name. They need some form of additional punishment or command to get them to do so. And it's masking the fact that your dog would rather be doing other things elsewhere than being with you, and that's a problem. Okay. Where are you, Fern? Fern's behind me. She's doing. She's just walking slowly. It is warm today, like I said. I've only got a t-shirt on. It's quite muggy because it's cloudy, but it's 27, 28. It is warm. Okay, Fern's smelling something, that's fine. So what I wanted to do was go this extra block, because that's where we went yesterday. It was up there. So I know this set of roads because this is where my son works. So I know we can do a square down here, turn right, and go straight back where we need to, and that'll be a good walk. Unless you two want to do something weird, like come all the way down here. You have free choice in this matter. I don't care if you want to walk to the school gate at the bottom of this or not. That's entirely up to you. In which case we won't do what I was planning because it's quite a big block. We'll probably just go further up the other road. Oh, Scout's getting a bit of a march on there. And I'll just let them trot along. They're not pulling. It's a little bit of tension from Scout, but not much. He's responding to the pressure from me, which is good. He drops his pulling off when he feels a little bit of pushback. So all that stopping is getting to him, it's working. He's probably getting a little bit tired too in this heat. But that's good. So he's off on a trot there. We're not trotting. Okay, I'm just going to slow it down again. Slow him down a bit more. What else haven't I mentioned? Oh yeah, heel walking. I don't do heel walking. Sounds controversial. A lot of people are well into that. Don't want their dogs in front of them. They don't want their dogs either side of them or able to have free roam around them. They need to know where they are, what they're doing, and have everything looking good. I'm not into that at all. What I want is a dog that is well socialized enough and confident enough that it can handle being in any particular position around me and handle things coming around the corner at it without having a freak out, without having a meltdown, and so I can completely trust that dog. Same as my two. Rollo goes off leash in public, goes on long lines all the time if it has to be leashed. He's always on a 10-meter long line. He's never not unless he's off leash. And he's often in front of me, often not, he's often behind me too, because I don't care about what's coming around that corner. Rollo is sufficiently confident and well socialized to the world that I have no worries about what's coming around that corner. He'll be able to manage it. He knows when to step out of the way, when to de-escalate a situation, when to avoid it, and he knows when to go forward into it, because he's been allowed to learn that for himself. Doing exactly what I'm doing now. Agency, decision making. That's part of a school, so we're not going in there. You can look at me all you like. I can't make the gate go away. I'm not that magic. Sorry. Well, we can head up along the other side on the fence. Interesting that schools are so smelly too. I suppose all the hundreds of children that go in there, lots of them will have dogs at home, and some of that smell, in theory, drops off around here, around where they go. Yeah. So just having a look in the field and a smell. As predicted, Scout ready to move first. Yeah, again, I can't make the gate go away. I'm sorry. Fern, seeing if she can get her head through the bars. Excellent. Please don't do that. I don't want you stuck. She did just put her head half through. Yeah, I would use the leash to stop her doing that if she really was seriously doing that. But she wasn't. Alright, windiness. Time to head on back where we came from. We'll walk the other side of the road if we can, and we'll do a little bit further. Yeah, sniffies, crack on. Oh right, you fit under there, okay. This is really good. Scout's leading the stop and sniff. Good, good, good. Yeah, not a lot of pulling going on. Leash is loose again. Nice, no. So, not doing that. So that was a command to them. Didn't need to make it. Hasn't had any effect, as you can see. So Fern thinks she's going in there. That's why commands are pointless. Verbal is just not the way dogs communicate. She's not ready to listen to me. You know who I am. She spent an hour in my company in total. I'm ready to do as she's told. So it's all about demonstration, showing her what we're doing, what I want. Scout is currently in her camp. He's facing where she's facing. We're just waiting them out. I'm not doing that. And here we go. Here we go. Body language, calm leadership is how you win the day. Not shouting, screaming, stress or commands. Yeah, very good example, and it's why I tell my clients, stop talking to your dog. And I take my own advice sometimes and sometimes forget it. I shouldn't have said no. No point, absolutely no point in me trying to command them. They're not ready to listen to me at that level yet, nor should they be. That would be weird. So it has to be body language communication and exuding the calm that I am exuding. I'm not frustrated with them, I'm not angry with them. They're not my dogs. They don't understand what we're doing, what I want, other than I'm just showing them by facing the direction I want to go, using the leash to not let them go somewhere where they're not really allowed. And then when they rejoin me in the direction I'm going, we move. And so they feel like they've made a decision, they feel like they've participated. I have allowed them to participate. They've shown me they would like it to go this way, that's their decision. But they have also acquiesced to my decision, which is to show them I would like to go this way. And by waiting them out, they've chosen to join me. It is a choice. They have free choice to join me at the moment they did. Could have stood there for an hour. So they had agency, they had free choice, and they both chose to join me, and we're moving off. Scout's barely even pulling. It's a little bit, it's just increasing now. I'm going to wrestle him back a bit. It's just getting into a pull. So there's something smelly here, which has got up his nose because he accelerated quite rapidly, and his nose is up in the air. He's caught wind of something interesting. So that's fine, but that doesn't mean you're allowed to just go shooting off at 100 miles an hour. We're not doing that. You can relax and we can walk together. So, children on scooters. There's one child on a scooter across the road. That would be useful for me to see. See if scooters are something you feel the need to chase. So I'm going to stop here. We're going to wait to see where this child goes. I want them to see this child on the scooter. I want to know what they're going to do, where he's going. Oh, cross. Okay. Scout's not noticed him yet. Fern has. Right, is he coming my way? So we'll give the child some space. Let's see what they do. Okay, leashes are loose. Okay, they're both looking, not bothered. Good, nice. Okay, so that's easy. Right, fine. Scooters are not a problem. Yeah, again, I always get the leash as loose as I can in those situations because I want to see the dog's real reaction. Leashes add intensity and excitement to situations when you don't want it, so you don't necessarily get the real reaction of the dog at that point. So I have to get that leash loose, even if they've been pulling or I'm holding them back from something. I see a new situation I want them to react to. I want that leash loose. So I will give up the position if needs be. I think there's a dog coming. I think there's a dog coming ahead of us. So let's see how we go with that. Could be a small child walking next to a dad. Can't tell yet, too far away. And they're walking in the shade as well. Give us 5 seconds and we'll see. Yes, dog. Confirmed a dog. Oh, there's no guarantee they're actually going to come the same way we are. There's a couple of turn-offs they could take, but I'm intrigued. We'll see how this goes. We won't go in the pile of rubbish, don't think. Right, where do we have space to see what occurs? There's lots of space just by that tree, so we'll head that way. Okay, so by the wind direction, Fern the Scout will know. They've turned. They're not coming our way anymore. Damn it, I was looking forward to that. Right, dogs, I promised you an extra block, so let's do the extra block. we'll follow where that dog went. I'm intrigued to see how you cope with it. You know, the scent of that dog and knowing it's ahead of you. Yeah, your home's that way. That's okay. We're not quite done yet. The Scout's using his nose, which is good. I like that. I like to see him using that nose, but he does need to engage it in things that are around him a little bit more than things that are off in the distance. But hey, he's a pointer. No great surprise. He's very nasally driven. Okay, so we got just sniffies. Okay, I wondered if they were going to try and go down this street. They're not. They were just going over here to sniff. Again, I'll just let them stop. I'm not trying to control them into this or out of this. But I am going to stop Scout wandering off because Fern's not ready. Good, stopping to sniff an object on the path. Good. Okay, so we've got a bit more pulling coming in from Scout here. Not surprised. The scent of that dog that's gone down the side street will be lingering. So we're just going to wait a couple of seconds. Even Fern's putting a little bit of a pull on here. They're kind of disengaged, kind of not. There's a dog behind the fence over there. So Fern's noticed it. Scout hasn't. He can hear it, but he's not interested. Yeah, he's looking for it. Well, it's disengaged from what they were looking at, so we'll move on. Oh no, Scout's pulling like a train again, so we'll stop. So this could be the intensity of the dog barking at him over there, feeding into this, and the smell of the dog that was here, just gone around the corner. So the dog's behind that fence. And that's okay. Right, deal with it. There's a dog barking. I don't care. You don't care. Nobody's bothered. It's just a dog. It's not coming over here. It's just making some noise. Yeah, okay, so Scout's getting wound up at this, and that's fine. So we're going to wait this out. We're just going to stay here and be relaxed about all this. I really am not worried about another dog barking at you from all the way over there. This is part of life, mate. This is part of life. You've got to learn to cope. So we're just going to stay here for a sec. Hi, hello. So when he's whining like this and he's done something, no reassurance, none at all. He's got to work this through in his own emotional loads, his own smarts in his head to figure out that this is not actually a difficult or tough situation. There's nothing to be worried about. There's nothing to get stressed about. The human's not stressed. Fern's not stressed. Yeah, we're not going anywhere. Yeah, there's a dog barking at you. Yeah, you want to go somewhere and do something. Relax. Nobody cares. Nobody's bothered. You'll get what you want. But you need to be able to handle this situation. So me kneeling down is deliberate as well. Showing him that I really don't care. I'm just so not bothered by that dog, it may as well not even exist, because there's nothing to be interested about. So he stopped whining, he's disengaged, we'll go. So no talking, I just walk. Nice. So I'm expecting him to pull a little bit here, because he did find that a difficult situation. I'm still not 100% sure of exactly what was more intense, the being barked at or the smell, because that other dog definitely marked just across the road that's 25 metres ahead of me, and they're smelling a mark here right next to me at the moment. So definitely some intense smells here, perhaps just the overall load of smells and sounds together. But yeah, he was pulling to get along then, and that's okay. I understand why, but it's also really good that he's able to now just stop and sniff. Really good, really good. So Scout's inviting himself to this person's house, which is very kind of him. Yeah, some people don't like it when dogs come in their front gardens. Get a fence. As long as the dog's not defecating, I don't really think it matters. Right, yeah, we want to go down here. We'll stay this side of the road. Okay, so both dogs think they're going that way and want to cross the road. The answer is no. So again, same difference. I'm just going to wait them out facing the direction I would like to go. And we'll go over here. I don't actually have a reason why we can't cross that road. It actually looks like an easier walk. But I'll wait them out. I want to see some disengagement. So once both of them disengage from this idea, I'm going to give it to them. I want check-ins from the pair of them. Interesting. Something very interesting. It's nice. So Fern's giving me what I need. See if Scout will. I don't want to say his name loud. I don't want him listening. See what he does. They're both focused on something. Just going to wait. There's no rush for this. The rushing is the worst thing you can do. Just need to wait for my conditions to be met. Embarrassing it maybe. Just stood here like a weirdo with two dogs or someone, the neighbour watching me. I don't care. You got to get over that. You got to get over being embarrassed if you want to have good dogs. It takes getting through some of this silliness together. And then just watching a guy do some gardening. Scout is very focused. Fern's given it up, which is great. I'm just waiting for Scout, see what he does. He thinks he's off in his own little world again. Okay, so we'll carry on waiting. So he may start offering weird behaviours as he thinks things will unlock getting what he wants. So he might start doing things like an SIT. He may start whining if he's not really sure what the goal is or how to do it. Right, there we go, disengagement, beautiful, love it, we'll do it. We'll give them what they want because they disengaged. It's gone behind me. Okay, so Scout's pulling like a truck. Hello. You get the impression, Scout, you know where you are. So he's pulling like a truck, so we're going to stop right here. Not going to be dragged down the street. Same deal as before. We'll just wait this out. So, and someone's looking at us. The kids pointed at us. Yeah, I'm doing weird stuff. I'm stood here with two dogs, not going anywhere. Don't care. Scout is leaning into this quite hard on the leash. Fern's not. She's relaxed. But Scout's pushing this, so we're not going to do anything until Scout relaxes. Really don't care how long that takes. We need disengagement. And there he goes. Okay, let's wait. There's someone waiting to pull in the driveway. We gotta go. I see what it was. I see what they found. There's a CAT just bolted out from behind this car and gone across the road. I see you. I have a suspicion that's what's up their nose. I think I found what it is. But same rules apply. We're not running anywhere. We're not pulling at 400,000 tons. No thank you. Disengaged, we can move forward. Pulling like a train, we stop. Okay, we get beeped at. I don't know what that means. Okay, same deal. Fern thinks he's going to that house. Look at her. Scout's full speed ahead, and now he's with Fern. Okay, disengage from what he was doing, so we can move forward. And he's pulling like a train, so we'll stop again. The CAT has seen us. It's over there under that tree. It's looking at us. So, the Scout thinks he's off. We're just going to hold position. Not interested. When Scout relaxes, we can move forward. Don't mistake me going loose for you being able to go somewhere. Sorry, you're not going to get a great view here. I've squatted down. Hi, Fern. Hello. So, a little bit of whining. That's fine. Still going to wait for Scout. He's still got to disengage from whatever it is that's winding him up. He's looking around, so that process is beginning. He is. There we go. There we go. Nice. He has disengaged. And we can move forward. The CAT is looking at us. Okay, now both of them pull in. They definitely can smell the cat. Yeah, I know both of you can smell it. It's hiding under a tree. You'll never find it. Hello.
Hey, mate, how are you? What's that? Oh, camera.
Yeah. Just recording taking a client's dogs for a walk.
Oh, A bit of dog training.
Yep.
Do you want me to
Yep.
move this?
No, leave it there, leave it there. Just working on some pulling at the moment because they can both smell the cat that's under the tree across the road.
That's my cat, yeah.
They're both onto the scent and they're pulling like mad because they want to find it. So just
Like,
waiting them out.
his name's Elvis, and I was like, Elvis, you better get inside.
Yeah.
You can see the
Yeah,
dog,
yeah.
like, and then he just goes.
Over there. I saw him running out from behind a car or somewhere. I was like, that's why they're pulling down here. Okay.
They're cool dogs. Is that a red heeler anymore?
Good question. It's a healer of some sort. That's a German Shorthaired pointer. I believe they're both crossed. I
Put a
could,
Dalmatian in it for sure.
who knows? Who knows? You can pet. No, you can pet. You can pet. That's fine. Absolutely fine.
So the owners are like trying to get them a little more under control.
Yeah. So this one's newer dog to her, but he's a little bit higher energy, so he likes to go forwards at full speed.
These are farm dogs, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, pointers are hunting dogs. Go
both.
get stuff you've shot, and they're for herding cows.
Yeah. They're meant to do a lot of K's in a day.
Yes, they are. They are high energy dogs. Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
funny you say that because last night this dog came down our street off lead with a collar, and it was a little brown, almost like a greyhound cross looking thing.
Yep.
Anyway, it went all out there, and my wife goes, "There's a dog off lead." So I got on my mountain bike. And I tried to catch it. And this thing
just
left
went.
me like I was not
They're
in-
quick.
I got a big trek bike, and I was as hard as I can. This thing just looked back.
Yeah,
and
just
it
went
saw me,
zoom.
and it went
Yeah.
like I was standing still. Ended up following it down to near the river to the
Okay.
down there.
Blimey.
And someone down the end was like, "Oh, is this your dog?" And I'm like, "No,
No,
but
grab it.
I know that it's got a collar and a number on it."
Yep.
I ended up just having to come home. 'Cause
Yep.
we went
They're
dark
too
weather.
quick. Yeah. This one would be. This one's lightning quick.
Oh my god. I can imagine. Right, guys, well, enjoy your walk. Good luck with school. Thanks, man.
Have a good day. Okay, so we're going to be barked at here. It's a very barky dog in the window. Yeah, okay, so Fern just wants to smell the grass. Scout wants to avoid. He can, but we'll do it gently. So he's caught a different scent. He's not listening to that barking dog. He's got another scent up his nose. I'm worried. And he's off way too hard, so I'm going to pull him back again. He is well engaged on something. Don't know what. We're past the cat. It's not on the cat anymore. Don't know what he's focused on. We're just going to wait. So while we're doing that, I'll talk about why I don't care about the two dogs jumping up on that fence post, because dogs jumping up is not generally a good thing. We don't like that. It's because they did it friendly and they weren't giving the gentleman any trouble. Now, jumping up at a person, if there was no gate there, yeah, we're not doing that. Not doing that at all. Putting their paws up on a fence to say hello to someone in a friendly manner, yes, I will allow that. Absolutely, I will allow that. With the right dogs, don't get me wrong. If the dogs don't like people, we're not doing that. And if they try and do that, because they won't have any good intentions, the answer will be very unequivocally no. But because these dogs like people, and they said hello nicely, and they had no ill will, and they weren't being clowns, I allow that. I want them to socialise to people. I want them to be able to drop, for example, thinking about that cat that smells like the cat is owned by that guy, so obviously going to smell a bit like it. And I want them to just be able to change their thought process, being able to do that, and then switching. Oh, there's a human. We'll say hello to the human. That's a skill. It's something I want them to be able to do. Especially this guy. Shorthaired pointers are very, very single-minded when they want to be. When they get something in their head, it can be very difficult to persuade them to do something else. And so, being able to see a person like that, allowing them to jump up on the gate to say hello, it breaks that lockdown he had on the cat scent. That's worth it to me. That's worth it to me. Okay, he's relaxed, so we'll move forward. Okay, so a little pull, and it's going up intensity, so we'll stop. He was doing all right for 3 or 4 meters then. Doing all right. So I suppose the next question you have to ask is, as I can see there's gates open on my left and the garage is open, what am I going to do if a dog comes running out at us? Well, I'm going to react to that based on what I see from the dogs involved. I have a suspicion the best thing to do is probably just keep walking. But each situation is different, each dog is different, and how they react is entirely dependent on what the other dog is doing as it comes at them. Okay, Scout, relax. Well into his pulling again. And straight into it. So we'll stop again. Two teenagers on an electric scooter. Again, they don't really seem bothered by that. Right, just going to keep doing this. Every time he starts pulling with intensity, just going to stop walking. Just wait him out. See the power pose again? And there he goes, he's relaxed. So I'll let him walk around me, whatever he's doing. If he wants to go and smell the grass, that's great. So he's off again. So that intensity just grows, the smell up his nose, just forwards. He's a very scent-driven dog. Again, the power pose on his back legs, ready to launch forward. Yeah. Whereas you look at Fern, just relaxed. And there we go. I think you might have got chomped by an ant. Yeah. Yeah. So self-management of behaviour is the name of the game. So all we want. And that's a way too fast pull. So he spotted a football in the garden, a round spherical football, the correct shape for a football, or a ball called a football. He's got eyes on it, no doubt. Nose, trying to figure out what it is. Yeah, because his nose twitching. He will be very interested in that, and that's fine. Nothing wrong with that, but he has to do it without dragging. So again, just, what the heck? Some very strange modes of transport going past the end of this road. I think that was an electric bike. So Scout's really locked onto that thing. So when he relaxes, we can move, but until such time... Okay, he's come out of the power pose, so we'll move forward. Yeah, he's eyes on that ball. Okay, and he's really pulling, so we're just going to hold up again. Even Fern's getting a pull on, but she wants something completely different. She is interested in smelling something. Okay. Just going to the toilet. So I'm just going to wait for Scout to relax again because he's gone all tense. Okay, there we go. He's distracted onto her pee. Good. That'll do. He'll probably pee over the top of it and then we can move on. Yeah, there's a few ants on the path here. Best try and shift. Try and get along. Okay, the pull's disappeared so far from Scout. He's back on to just life in general. There's a little pull there and he's going again. Okay, just wait him out. Okay, I think he's got ants on his paw again. Okay, so Fern smelling the tree. Okay, same deal, just waiting them out. Just waiting them out. Okay, so he's relaxed. His nose is looking around the place, so we can move. He does have some forward drive. Even now, there he goes again, leaning into it. I'll just wait that out. That's a nice Porsche. So Fern's the one pulling this time, so he's looking back at me now. He wants to know why he's not going anywhere. And he's off. Nope, not doing that. They probably know they need a home too. But hey, self-management of behaviour. Manage yourself or you don't go. It's not an easy concept. Not an easy concept. Dogs struggle with this. Especially the more nervous dogs. We need to cross the road. I don't know where Scout's going. Good, he's re-engaged his nose, he's smelling grass. Wonderful, that's what we like. Yeah, there's a poop bag on the floor. You're both panting nicely, which is good. The walk has had the desired effect. You go smell the tree. I can even see another dog's peed on it. He disengaged from trying to go forwards. So that's enough. We can allow. Fern, you're alright. You can go smell the tree. That's fine. No, you're not. You're just being sneaky. See, there he is. He's pricked up at a sound. There's a dog. Scout is into something. I don't know what. Don't know what. Look at the ridiculous pose. Okay, so Scout's behind me, holding his ground. Something very interesting to him here. Don't know what. Okay, we're off. Yeah, weird. Very, very different. It's not your house. Yeah. Something about that home is very, very interesting to him. Nothing wrong with that. Right, we do need to cross the road. Oh, there's a car coming, so we'll just wait here. Okay. Yeah, that's my car. It smells like my dog's. Let's get a key. Whoops, sorry. Knocked the camera. Scout, you're still wearing your harness. Right, I'll stop filming here and get Scout out of his harness.